Um,
Alright, so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about something that's a big deal coming up soon and that not a whole lot of people know about, and that is internet regulation. The internet is a tool that virtually every person in modern society uses on a daily basis for both work and personal uses. It's an incredibly powerful tool that can be so easy to use, even children can use it. And it's so readily available that there's only a handful of places in the world without some form of access. Next month, the Federal Communication Commission, or FCC, is planning a vote to kill net neutrality, and that would change the entire way we access the internet for the worse. Now, net neutrality is a pretty simple idea. In 2015, the Obama administration set up rules and regulations that controlled how our internet service providers were delivering our internet. Under these rules, our ISPs are not allowed to interfere with our web traffic, treating all traffic the same. So basically, the information comes to the server and they send it out to us. But next month, the FCC is planning a vote to have these net neutrality rules removed, which would change the way that you and I both use the internet. The way it works now is if you have internet access, you have the same access as everyone else to websites like, say, Google or YouTube or Instagram. Without these net neutrality rules, this could all change. So you're probably wondering what these changes are. Without the net neutrality regulations, there is nothing preventing our internet service providers from seeing what is in our data packets and making changes to the delivery of these packages, if they choose to deliver them at all. It also could mean our internet service providers can purposely degrade access to certain websites or services, forcing you to pay extra to access these websites or services. Let me give an example. In Venezuela, there are no net neutrality regulations, and when you purchase internet, you buy packages on top just to have access to certain apps or websites, similar to how you buy TV and then buy channel bundles on top. There, when they buy internet, they have something that looks like this. Want to be able to use Facebook or Snapchat? It's $5 extra a month. Want to use YouTube or Netflix? Another $5. Want to be able to use Spotify? You guessed it, another additional monthly charge. And these monthly charges from your ISP don't even include the subscription fees that you have to pay to these apps or websites anyways. Another thing your ISP could do is change the priority of certain applications or websites as well. Netflix signs a deal with Comcast. Comcast users might not be able to even go to Hulu's website anymore. And if they can, their ISP could slow down all traffic coming from Hulu to the point where they couldn't even stream videos without an interruption. In other countries, this isn't really a big deal because there is more competition between their internet service providers. However, in the US, there isn't competition like this. Many homes have only one broadband internet service provider to choose from, and that's usually their local telephone company. Some people are lucky enough to have two providers, like a telephone and cable company, and in a few very rare cases, three providers, like a telephone company, cable company, or independent fiber company. Basically though, there is hardly any competition at all, meaning if one service provider starts violating these principles of net neutrality, many customers are completely powerless since they have such a limited or perhaps no alternative at all. The only real opposition to net neutrality is the big telecommunication companies who want to double dip. A company like Netflix, who offers streaming services to its customers, pays out quite a bit of money to ISPs in order to keep their servers up and running, so you can have your HD movies streamed to your home in a timely fashion. Imagine if net neutrality didn't exist, and we lived in a world where Netflix not only had to pay for internet service, but had to pay a premium just to have their packets prioritized in order to provide a truly quality streaming and uninterrupted service. Do you think Netflix would just take a lost profit? Nope. That cost trickles down to the customer, which in turn ends up back in the pockets of the ISPs. It's not too late to do anything to save your net neutrality, though. Contact your Congress official. Let them know where we stand. A Redditor even programmed a bot that will ask you a few questions and then send a fax for you. And if you're looking for more information, check out a few of these websites.